Robert the Monster Among Marks Drap here. I know I look a little transparent, but I swear I'm here. Joined as always by my good friend and tag team partner, Sierra. How you doing tonight?
You're wearing green, aren't you?
I am actually not. I am wearing my Steven
How are you
Universe.
transparent then?
It's something to do with, I don't know, and computer shit, and I'm not that good.
Okay.
My computer is weird. I had hoped to hit the lottery so I could buy a new computer, but no, that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, they were actually closer to me than they were to you.
This is very true. South Carolina.
Um,
But
well, yeah, that was the big one, but there was also a lot of the little $1 million ones in DC, Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina.
I didn't buy a lottery ticket.
I didn't either. I don't subscribe to that bullshit.
Speaking of subscribing to some bullshit, let's talk about this last night's SmackDown Live, because there was some bullshit on this one.
Yeah, I could see where you would say that.
As has typically been the case lately, my notes seem to have vanished under a cat's ass. So
Joyful, and I didn't get super in depth with mine. I'm
That's-
trying to take it easy on the notes because I feel like having 5 pages worth of notes for Raw or SmackDown is a little too much.
hey, you know what? That's fine. Let's go with what we got.
I'm not a color commentator. I can't make it sound interesting. I'm very monotonous.
I'm not. I'm here to make it interesting. That's what I'm here for. So let's.
I want to be Corey Graves, but I'm Byron Saxton.
That is fine. I am okay with having to play Corey Graves.
Oh, that's not fair.
I mean, you could be. Oh God, what's his name? Nigel McGuinness to my Corey Graves.
Oh my God, can I be that snide little heel character?
You absolutely
Oh, yes.
you have.
I just got to listen to Nigel on NXT UK. I am in such a good mood. I know that I now know that I'm inherently a heel character. I tried to be face. You know that.
I do.
We saw how that ended.
Yep. Let's go on ahead and get it. Speaking of getting into, let's get into things that happened on SmackDown.
Okay, so New Day opens up the show. We get a recap of last week at SmackDown 1000,
Which you were at.
of where Big Show returns. And though it seemed that he was going to attack the Bar, he actually ends up attacking the New Day, causing the Bar to win the Tag Team Championships. This is just another stepping stone for New Day to get another number. Make it 6, 7, 8. They're gonna break that record.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be a while before they get number 6. Like, I think we may be seeing Rumble, Survivor Series or Rumble before they get it back at the very earliest.
I'm fine with that. I don't want to see like how Charlotte and Sasha are 5 and 6-time champs because they kept flip-flopping the title after every pay-per-view and the Monday night after.
Oh yeah, no.
But let's go ahead and just jump right into this. I know I already said that we had the recap of Big Show returning. But the New Day end up coming out and talking about the Big Show. They said a lot of things, compared him to... Flapjack references were in there.
Because
Pancakes
how often
are taking over.
Yeah, I mean, I let that one got stuck in my head. And the thing of it is it kind of makes sense in a certain light when you look at the Big Show's character over the years.
Yeah, I mean
he's very
it's
swift.
very true. Show has been you can't call him a tweener because he's either been face or heel, but he has been that character so many times. Yeah. And he just comes out and does it, and everyone's like, oh, okay, he's returned as a heel now. When he comes back, he'll be a face. Because we're going to pop for him anyway, because we haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah.
I mean, he always comes back as a face, and then they put him in the storyline of either face or heel. Because again, when you come back and get the pop, you're immediately a face.
Yeah.
But so Kofi ends up calling out the Bar and the Big Show. He wants payback for last week. And this leads into Kofi Kingston versus the Big Show after the shenanigans with the Bar switching out before the match.
Yeah, before the bell officially rings, because Sheamus started it. Sheamus was in the ring, and as it looked like the ref was like, he turns to Kofi, "You ready?" He turns.
Whoa!
And calls up Cesaro. Cesaro's like, "Okay, I see where this is going. Let me get in the ring here."
And then he goes,
and then wait. Big Show. You said you wanted. You said you wanted to fight him, so let's give you that.
Bell rings and Big Show decimates.
Poor Kofi.
And Kofi tries to get offense in. But Big Show just manages to throw Kofi away, chops him, and takes over the match again. Interesting point I want to bring up real quick. Tom Phillips said that New Day never has had to deal with even numbers. They're a three-man team, so that's odd. That's beside the point. But I would like to bring up the Wyatt family. They had 4 members, and they met at Battleground 2016, where true. Tom Phillips was an interviewer for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I only remember that because I was there.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna just roll with it. I think the thing for me, as far as the even numbers part, it's like you really can't count the Big Show as even. It usually takes
it's 2 men.
Yeah, I was gonna say it usually takes in the storyline fashion of it 2 or more people to equal or excel the Big Show. And
are we going to see Big Show continuously until the Rumble, or is he going to disappear and then we'll see him again at the Rumble?
I think that we're gonna see him fairly consistently until the Bar lose the tag team championships.
Didn't you just say something like Survivor Series or Rumble time frame?
I did, because I think that's...
Look at that.
I think that's when it's going to happen. It's like, that's the earliest they could get away with it. Gives them a good bit in the rivalry. Either way, it's probably going to be New Day versus the Bar at WrestleMania for some reason. That's the way I
can see that.
Because that's how they like to do it. Moving on.
But let's just, so Big Show continues to dominate the match after Tom Phillips' idiotic comment. Throws Kofi, he hits 3 choke slams on him. The official actually ends up throwing out the match after the Bar and the rest of New Day enter the ring. The interesting thing is, though, nobody touched the competitors.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. It was like, wait, what the hell? What are you doing?
Yeah, nobody touched the combatants, and in typical matches, the match wouldn't be thrown out until a combatant was physically had an altercation.
Salute.
But so ref throws out the match. We see the Bar and Big Show decimate the New Day post-match.
Yes, we do.
We see Show. Go ahead.
Hang on, my husband wants to say something to me. Give me a second. So, I'm gonna say.
So...
Oh no. Okay, never mind.
So we see Big Show post-match. We see Big Show throw Kofi into the ring post. He choke slams Big E, and then Sheamus and Cesaro. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say because you never really realize how Big Show really is until he's standing next to somebody you already know is big. Like Big E. Big E is a great giant of a man. And standing next to the Big Show, he looked like a muscular midget.
Which only made the next sequence where the Bar were holding down Xavier and having Big Show hit the knockout punch on him, it only made that segment even bigger because you just saw how big Big Show is compared to Big E, and then compare Xavier Woods to Big E, and then realize how much smaller Woods is.
Oh yeah, just minuscule. But they stand over the broken bodies of the New Day. Sheamus and Cesaro do their fusion thing with both hands, and wow, that was perfect. That was perfect. You just couldn't see your hands. It was excellent, though.
Oh.
But so, you see him do the fusion thing, and then Big Show's just like standing in the middle, flexing with both hands open, like her.
Yes.
It's like, all right, I guess that's the thing we're doing.
I think that was actually, it was a good way to open SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
After this, we get the announcement that tonight we're gonna have Miz TV with Rey Mysterio as the guest,
which was really good.
We're then told that Usos versus Styles and Bryan rematch is next, and then we get a recap of Roman Reigns again. Jesus Christ, stop making me cry.
Let's be honest. This is not something that's going to ever go away. This is Daniel Bryan retirement level.
God, speaking of, did you catch what Jimmy did at the end?
I did.
Oh,
we got to get to it.
I had to rewatch it. I legit teared up when he did that.
I was like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
And it only makes sense that they're his legitimate cousins.
Yep, they are related. And, like, pre-match when they're in the ring and they're being announced and they're in there, you can kind of see them, gesture towards the camera. And kind of in my head, I'm like, okay, they're acknowledging on camera without being on microphone that love and support and thoughts and well wishes for their cousin by slapping the chest, throwing the hang loose kind of sign on the low key. It was like, that's beautiful. That's a small touch he would recognize for him, and I got there. It's not for me, but
commentary recognized it too, because they gave a nod to it as well when they said, thinking about the emotions that the Usos are going through with Roman, and then they compared it to Seth and Dean.
Yeah, which I had a thought. This is how they can explain and keep Dean Ambrose's face, even despite what happened last on Monday Night Raw. He blacked out. He had a fucking blackout episode after seeing Seth kiss both titles at the same time, because from his view, that's what it looked like. And it caused him to snap. He didn't want to. He wasn't in that place, but all the emotions that he's been feeling all night finally got to him when he wasn't looking, and he switched. And he wakes up in the back, no shirt, still in ring gear, getting slapped by Renee. Because she acknowledged on camera, husband, and how all that felt on that Monday Night Raw. So her slapping the shit out of Dean and asking him why he did what he did without saying what he did, and him going, wait, where's Seth? I know we won. I don't see the title belt. Where's Seth?
I could see that, and I think last night that's what I was kind of trying to say.
Yeah.
Because again, he is the lunatic. He has said in previous promos when he was truly the lunatic fringe and the Shield that he does black out. I mean, if you look at his Jon Moxley character, that's what blackout looks like.
Yeah. And so, getting back to SmackDown, we get a wonderful match between AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and the Usos. And for a majority,
and it puts another kink in the Styles-Bryan feud as well.
Because there was a point where AJ was setting up for the phenomenal forearm on, I believe it was Jay. He's going for it.
Yes.
And this again just shows how good of an athlete that AJ is, that even, in air, realizing he's missed, like he's not going to hit his intended target, he pulls it back. Like he was moving through, sees he's going to miss, pulls back, and lands in front of Daniel Bryan at a stop, and was like, oh, wait, we almost had that happen. And then him and Daniel Bryan go to town on Jay, and Jay manages to duck out of the way before AJ Styles could hit the Pele kick, which causes him to hit Daniel Bryan. Yet further dissension between the two. The finish then comes when Jay comes back. He hits the super kick on AJ, setting him up for Jimmy to do. I'm just gonna call it the Superman frog splash.
The Superman splash. The super splash.
Superman splash, because he does the Roman Reigns fist cock in midair. Like he's up there, he's like click, click, bam, nailed it.
That was awesome.
1, 2, 3. Usos get another victory, this time pinning the WWE champion. Backstage, this wasn't, like, we go to commercial, I think, don't we?
Yeah, we go to commercial, and then when we come back, Styles and Bryan are walking backstage. They get pulled into an impromptu interview where they're asked about what happened, and AJ says, this was an accident.
Yeah.
Accidents happen. And to which Daniel Bryan replies, we know mine was an accident. Accuses AJ of lying about potentially lying. Compares him to Pinocchio, does the nose thing.
I like how I like how it was
the too sweet.
I like how it was like he's got his one finger up and it looks on the surface like that, and then he tried to turn it round into the too sweet, and it was like, okay, I see where. Is this not how you're supposed to do it? That's like a very mockingly phased thing, and I love it. It was great. Too sweet, bro.
Definitely tensions mounted with that one little interview.
Oh yeah.
Because the dissension has been, the reason has been thrown into air.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. I love it.
But up next we see Charlotte speaking at the Performance Center.
Oh yeah.
To a bunch of the NXT ladies, to which Maya Yim was in the group, Bianca Belair, Aaliyah, I think I saw Lacey, but then a lot of girls that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
Charlotte,
got a lot of new talent, just the Performance Center talent coming into this, and Charlotte's very much talking about how all of the things that she's done over the years, all the friendships that she's built, all the relationships she's cultivated from the Performance Center, and how that's helped build her up into the champion that you see now, because she started out as a green-thumbed rookie almost, in the sense that she'd get very, very nervous, and now she's more comfortable. So, and I love how...
She also...
I was going to say, I also loved how she pointed out the difference between NXT and the main roster when somebody asked. I don't remember who asked, but...
That was a good question. Before we get too far in, we also need to point out, she said that the business is built on respect.
This is very true. And...
that makes more sense to... I feel her promo after this.
Yeah. And she's asked about what's, kind of the difference between NXT and the main roster. And she's like, well, in NXT, you've got a lot of time to introduce your character and practice bringing that character out to one city's group of people. So you get very, very well known there. But in the main roster, you've got to introduce that character to a new city every week. and that can be very, very tough. And I love that they kind of shadow addressed a lot of the things that us smarks like to bitch about, like, why aren't we seeing this person who was amazing in NXT get more time? And it's like, well, we're not introducing them to you because you know them. We're introducing them to the WWE universe in every city every time that they've got to come on. So I very much like that. Becky interrupts this by saying, no, screw that. Don't listen to her. Listen to the champ. You should be talking to the champ. What you do is you got to get in here. You've got to work your ass off. Screw anything else. No amount of connections or friends are going to get you to the top when it has to all be on you. If you trust anybody, they're going to stab you in the back. They're going to steal your opportunity the minute you give them an opening. And I thought that was very, very interesting. It's like she's not saying that she's she's saying she's not to blame for her. Wow, I did that wrong. She's not to blame for her actions because she's just being amazing, just being herself. And it's actually everybody else that has caused this.
Yeah, and then we get the brawl.
Oh, yeah, the brawl. The brawl, I feel bad.
To which, there was like a good 10-15 seconds where you're surrounded by other female wrestlers. Why was there that long of a pause before anyone tried to get in there?
It's like, wait a second, we're all wrestlers and these two are fighting. Yeah, I feel like it's almost one of those moments where, in comedy, where you have somebody at a conference for medical professionals, and you know there's a heart attack or a stroke, and everybody's like, is there a doctor in the house? Nobody answers because they don't want to fucking work. And then, okay, I guess we got to do something here.
Yeah, we have to move on now. Let's move on to Rusev and Aiden English.
Can you even
again,
call this
Aiden
a
English
match?
pointing out that Lana needs to have a hot, long Aiden night. I love the little bow that she had, and we got to see her twice tonight.
Yes, we did. I completely gapped on that.
Her wardrobe change was so quick. I'm pretty sure she was wearing that underneath her outfit.
Yeah, I mean it works. So, but I'm just trying to see.
Did Lana call for the bell in this match? Did you see, like, she did this and then the bell rang immediately?
Yeah.
While the ref was picking up the microphone.
I didn't notice that, but you're right. Rusev, I mean, there's nothing to tell here. Rusev obviously got the win. It's not.
It was nice to see the accolade. I feel like we haven't seen the accolade in a minute because it's always been the Machka kick.
Machka kick.
We also got to hear Lana yell Machka. That was amazing.
Yeah. She also called for a Rusev crush. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was Rusev.
That was later, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rusev. Right before he cinched in the accolade, he's like, Rusev crush, and then hit it.
Yeah, that's how you know the accolade's coming.
Yep, this is true. And
just like when he yells Machka.
And he didn't let go immediately after Aiden tapped. That was the big thing.
And that was a good little storytelling element because, again, Aiden originally insinuated that Lana cheated on Rusev, and then it came to be that Aiden's a creep, and he's still trying to get Lana to have a hot, long Aiden night.
Can we
in
not?
front of her husband now?
Yeah, could we not? I mean, I like Aiden English, and
I
feel very
try
bad.
To sing it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think that needs to be a thing. I don't think
because
he needed to do it.
Because it'll be sung in the Tomb of Summer Nights from Greece.
You want to know what I use this little clamp here for? I use it for covering the webcam. I will go away.
All right, folks. Well, since I finally got rid of him, it's time for me to take over this show.
Good luck. I'm still in the mosh pit here. Let's go on forward. Again, Rusev picking up the victory via submission. It was a very brief match. There was, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get back in there and beat the hell out of him a little bit more and then leave? Or was it just that he rolled out?
No, I think you're thinking about when, I don't know if, let's see, because Rusev floored English in the beginning and threw him into the barricade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then after that, Lana threw her shoe at him, which should have been a DQ.
Yeah, somebody, I think it was like, didn't Saxton say something? Is like, did she just throw her shoe?
Yeah.
That was great. Let's continue
Up
on,
next,
shall we?
we have Miz TV featuring Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka.
Booyaka, booyaka. 619.
You know, I especially love how this whole thing ended because Miz is very much in the sense bringing up the fact that he's, you know, been here forever, for as long as he has, and that Rey, you know, stepped away for a while doing his own thing.
Yeah, he was busy in Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, yeah, Ring of Honor.
Doing amazing crap there.
Yep. And
sorry,
no problem. That I mean, we should acknowledge that there are other wrestling products out there that exist.
Oh,
and
I
we
try
just don't,
wholeheartedly.
I just can't. I don't have the insomnia levels to do that. So,
I've been doing it since I was 16.
That's not healthy.
Oh, I know. That's why I have this much coffee. Chronic insomnia sucks.
Yeah. Moving on. Sorry. Miz again running Rey down, and Rey's like, listen, I don't have to sit here and take this. He's
straight up disappointed because he thought he was going to be on Truth TV.
And Miz just completely starts losing his shit at this point. He's like, oh, orale, we can just throw down right now, and I would be okay. So he actually, I think he said, shut up and fight in Spanish. I only got like part of it.
Yeah. I don't speak a lick of Spanish. I can tell you half the shit that Hideo Itami says, though.
I can't. Again, okay, so basically what I'm pretty sure you said, shut your mouth was basically what he said. Shut your mouth, no more talking, and let's get to fighting. And so we get a match between Rey Mysterio and The Miz. It was a really good match.
Yeah, I mean, Rey had an amazing match at SmackDown 1000 against Shinsuke, to which he qualified for the World Cup, and Miz is also a participant in the World Cup. Mm-hmm. We also saw another World Cup matchup later on tonight, and was it the main event?
Yep.
Yes,
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
But so I worry again. Rey Mysterio is amazing, and I really hope that this is not a nostalgia pop, because I worry at that point when people start losing the love for the nostalgia, much like they did with the Hardys. I mean, they left Matt and Jeff kind of high and dry after their first run with the tag titles. People were over the nostalgia before they even dropped the tag titles. I just worry that Rey might get treated the same way. If you think about it, a couple of years back, the WWE Universe booed the crap out of Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble because he was entrant number 30 and everyone wanted to see Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Well, I think that what's going to happen here, and the reason why they can run these singles matches on SmackDown and probably on Raw if they really wanted to, is that when we get the World Cup, it's going to be a SmackDown guy versus a Raw guy, and then
no, they said it was going to be the brackets. It would be SmackDown bracket and a Raw bracket, and then the winners of each. So until we get the top guy from SmackDown and the top guy from Raw.
I would have liked to see it the other way, but I can see why that makes sense.
I would have liked to see it the other way too, but it ensures that there's one SmackDown and one Raw competitor.
Yeah, that's true. Rey Mysterio, doing his best in this match, ends up winning. I think one of the more impressive spots was how he turned the skull-crushing finale into a sunset flip. That was really good. The super skull-crushing finale, rather.
My gosh.
He was up there.
There were a lot of good moments in this match. One of the first times Rey actually evades a skull-crushing finale and then attempts that 619, to which Miz evades and gets into the DDT, to which Rey kicked out. That was a really good spot, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And then, the top rope skull-crushing finale, to which Rey sent Miz crashing. This was a good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, and then one of my favorite spots of the night was the finish, where Rey actually evades his third skull-crushing finale, then evades an attempt at an Alabama Slam, hits the 619, and does the flop.
Dropping the dime, apparently, is what they're calling it.
Okay, it's a flop.
It's a splash. It's nothing.
But he pins... No, a splash is arms out. A flop is a flop. Splash includes some jump in there.
Like, he got onto the top rope.
Yeah, but he just flopped. But he pins Rey Mysterio on a winning streak now. He's won the 2 matches that he's had since he's returned.
Which definitely means whoever he faces at Crown Jewel, he's going to lose. We got a couple more weeks, though, so let's move on.
We only have 10 days.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
9 days.
That we do. Because it's on the 2nd. Speaking of things that come up in November.
Evolution. We have to do predictions for Evolution.
That's on Friday.
Okay. I only have 5 matches for it.
They did run down the card, but we'll get to it. Speaking of things coming up in November, this is not a political thing. I just want to say that because we are a country built on laws and the voting thing is coming up on the 6th, please go vote for whoever you want to go vote for. I don't care. Just do it. It's a thing everybody should do.
I think that I'm pretty sure our voting for my state's already happened, so...
I know that nationwide...
That's strictly for maybe Texas right now. I know that we had our voting 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, early voting happens, is actually, for the great state of Texas, is happening the 22nd through the 2nd, and then the 6th is the last, the official election day for the midterms, for everybody.
Yeah, but make sure if you are registered to vote, that you go out and vote. Check with your state's local websites to find when and where you can vote.
Yeah, voting is important. I currently vote for John Cena to lose in the Crown Jewel World Cup because I don't want to see him win. It's not that I don't like John Cena. I do like John Cena,
really
but I don't
concerned you were about to really go political on my butt, and I was just like, please don't throw out an actual candidate name. Please don't throw out an actual...
No.
John Cena!
We don't do that here. We do fact things. We'll do a little bit of real, but in the end, we are a wrestling show with a few subscribers and a lot of viewers, and we're going forward. Moving on. Was this
We're gonna
the
get
point?
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton tonight.
Yep.
Now we're going to move into Naomi and Asuka.
Naomi and Asuka are supposed to face Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Fucking the Iconics come out, and they don't get too far into their shtick before, who was it that came out next? Lana shows up, and then before she even gets to say anything, fucking Carmella shows up.
With a dance break.
With a dance break.
They do it. They actually dance break.
It was great. It's like hometown pop.
And then out of nowhere, little Zelina Vega.
Fucking Zelina Vega getting in there. They all start
forgot about
brawling.
Vega, and the fact that she was in the ring for that long, I would be happy to see that.
Yeah, she does the.
We now know that Asuka and Ember are not winning this.
It's not likely.
Because
Asuka
stood tall at the end of
That's
SmackDown,
true.
and Ember Moon won her Fatal 4-Way match.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to see Naomi, Nia Jax, Tamina, or Zelina Vega take this. Are there any NXT girls that are going to be in this?
I don't think so, but there's a lot of legends.
And I thought there was like just Holly Molly, Ivory, and maybe Medusa.
Maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, because Lita and Trish are doing their own thing with Mickie James and whomever it may be, because apparently Alexa Bliss is still injured.
Oof.
So I would not be surprised to see Alicia Fox end up competing for Alexa.
This is true. We get next after the big brawl clears out and Asuka stands tall, which Zelina Vega hitting the double knees and then Asuka just belting her with a spin kick was great.
But applause, bow to Shane O'Mac for quickly diffusing that CM Punk chant.
Oh, that was the greatest thing ever. So he's like, okay, well, who do you all think is going to win the World Cup? Everybody in New York.
Because they said best in the world, and best in the world was CM Punk's tagline. That was his phrase, his slogan, his version of "You can't see me." And to have them use that for the World Cup, they were asking for those chants. So you knew Shane already had something in his mind to say.
Yeah.
And the fact that he said, I don't believe he's in the tournament, it quickly ended. He diffused it much better than Stephanie ever did.
Oh, yeah.
By, calling out his 22nd UFC match.
Yeah. It's like, no, you don't want to put him down because you eventually want to bring him back. If you have any prayer at all, you have to treat the man.
He's never coming back.
I know he's never coming back, but people want to see him back. It's a Mark's dream.
Those people need to wake up and smell the dirty sink water.
Like I said, it's a Mark. It is a Mark's dream, not a Smark, a Mark's dream.
It's just a casual fan who watched CM Punk stream.
Yeah, but either way, he then starts, running down everybody that's on the SmackDown side of the roster who's going to be at.
He doesn't run them down.
I said runs down. I meant like he run down the list.
Okay, I got you. Went
just
down
like
the list. Got it.
Just like you just made the list.
Don't know. You can't use my own goats. You can't do that.
I can do whatever I want.
No, Jericho is my goat. I can only do that.
That's my horse. Bap! Now that I've broken Sierra, we get to start the match between Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. This really was just more.
This was just hearkening back to the terrible feud we just got finished with them with.
I know. It's like I didn't want to really see this match, and I didn't need to see it.
I couldn't. I had. Ooh.
He does do a bit of ear work, you might say. with
I
Jeff
don't
and the
like
Tree
when
of
he
War.
does that.
Tree of Woe. Yeah, me either.
I don't like when he does that.
It's not fun. It's very,
I
very
can
bad.
feel it.
I know. But
I can feel it.
Jeff hit the.
It haunts my very dreams.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
No. Jeff hit the. I think one of the more interesting points was Jeff hit the twist of fate and was going for the swanton, and Randy rolls out of the ring. He goes to do the senton onto the outside anyway, and just flop.
No.
It's the second time he'd been, laid out like that. The first time he got laid out on the announce table.
Jeff, what are you doing?
You are not 20 years old anymore.
Just asking for an early retirement. He's fucking 40-something.
I know.
He needs to calm his ass down. Go back to being the obsolete mule that you were, and go back to... Because when he was the obsolete mule, he didn't do the high-flying stuff. It was amazing.
I would be okay if he went...
Final deletion, my friends.
Mm-hmm. YouTube it after you get done watching this show.
It's amazing.
If you're watching it all. Jeff gets rolled back into the ring, attempts to hit the twist of fate again anyway after Orton...
Hold on, no. So he gets... You gotta be specific about this ending. He gets the backslide to evade the first RKO, attempts the twist of fate, to which Randy twists him even more into that RKO.
Yeah.
And then you can say your favorite stuff, the finish, the final. Who pinned who?
I was gonna say, I really like how when he hit the twist of fate, or was trying to hit the twist of fate after the backslide. That was very good. The even more impressive part was the fact that he got the backslide off Orton coiling and readying for the RKO. That was very good.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
It happens. But
it happens a lot.
That's fine. We're working together here. Overall, I know a lot of shit happened in this SmackDown, and it wasn't a terrible show. I would say that given the position that it was in pre-show, like before the show even went on the air, it was in an absolute Herculean position. Like, you couldn't do anything to touch what happened on Raw.
Well, I don't think anybody... Yeah, that, and you're following this SmackDown up with that historic 1000th episode, which beat Raw in the ratings.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
you had to have expected that this episode was not going to be as good as the last.
Yeah. So I still give it a solid 3 out of 5. It wasn't bad.
I'd give it a B minus C plus.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good show. It wasn't bad. It had bad positioning because of what happened and because of following 1000. So
yeah.
What did you think? You said B plus C minus?
B minus C plus.
Mm-hmm.
Say if I did a B minus, if I did a B plus to a C minus, that's a very wide range.
This is very true. I'm not running on the most sleep I possibly
I would
could
give
have.
it like a 79.99999 repeating. I had a grade like that once. I was so pissed. I was .000000001 away from a B.
Just
so angry.
Just give it to me. Just give it to me.
Let's beat it. Wait, sorry, that's a different song. That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that I have officially gone insane in the membrane, I think it's time that we shut this show down.
We want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching us go nuts in here. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all those wonderful things down below. Hit the bell for the notifications. Follow the show on Twitter at InMoshPit. She's at Heavy Metal Hippie. I'm at Rob's Random Rums. And we will see you all tomorrow night for the 205 NXT review. Later.
Bye.